Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. GNX Army Vet here with a series of videos coming from TikTok. As you read in the title and you can see in the thumbnail, um, street dudes or hood dudes are not scary. So without further ado, let's see what these people are talking about.
And you know what makes street niggas so intimidating or scary? It's that poor emotional maturity. You never know what little small thing go set them off. Now they ready to kill you about it. That's a mix of pride, trauma, and bottled up emotions that turn into irrational behavior. That's why y'all come off as dangerous. Like they so quick to react but slow to reflect. Like they never been taught to control their emotions. It's like an adult with the emotional maturity of a kid, but the ability to hurt you. Like it's not the street part that's dangerous. It's when someone's emotional development froze at a young age, but now they're an adult with power, size, and no emotional control. And that
You got to think about it though. He's pretty much speaking facts because, they have no home training. They don't respect the law. They don't respect, the fellow human being. They react off of pure emotion. I remember back in the day when I was younger, step on somebody's Jordans, people are willing to throw their life away because you stepped on the damn tennis shoe. And nowadays, you look at somebody wrong or, you don't say something to them or you don't move out the way or they barely brush you, when you walk past their elbow. They normally travel in packs, but they willing to just completely crash out over something that's completely stupid.
That makes them unpredictable, and they're often acting off of ego, fear, pride, and not logic. So any challenge, even something small, feels like disrespect or a threat. And they respond with aggression instead of awareness. And then they think it's cool to act that way because they get praised in their circles for acting tough and not thinking clearly. Oh, well, let's not talk about the dumbass women that influence it too. The
Yeah,
women
that's a
that
real one.
reward that behavior and reinforce the mask. Because a lot of women are drawn to that confidence or danger because it feels like protection or dominance. But in reality, it's emotional instability packaged as masculinity. So that's teaching them to keep being irrational, reactive, and destructive.
But then what happens though? They do become destructive. They crash out. They delete somebody. They end up going to prison. That woman that they were with, what's she gonna do? Just move on to the next one, right? Or another member of his crew. Because you ain't never coming out. You serving life in prison for deleting somebody. Aggravated assault, homicide. So you did all this for nothing. But a lot of these street dudes, they don't look at it that way. They represent. They represent.
A lot of women only like hood dudes because they share the same emotional maturity. Mistaking chaos for chemistry, not knowing peace feels boring when you only ever known dysfunction. Like
Facts.
imagine how many long-term beefs started over something minor. And that weak-ass mindset gets glorified through music and turns it into culture. Now it's who they think they gotta be to get respect, validation, or love. That same pain that made them that way, poverty, rejection, and trauma, gets sold back to them as entertainment. And then they like to move in groups because it gives them a sense of power, strength, and identity. It's like the group becomes their armor, strength in numbers, validation from people who live by the same code. And when a group takes over, individual logic disappears. One person might not even be tripping, but the group saying we on that. And you know
Yeah, for no reason. You got to think about it. Because, like, you could be walking in a group, apparently. Well, I don't know nothing about this, but you see them walk in a group and somebody gets disrespected, then the entire group, depending on what the size is, they'll want to jump some random one single person. You always see that happens like it'd be a one person or it'd be like maybe two or three, and you got this entire group of like 12 plus people. They want to jump on smaller numbers. But anyway, let's check out these comments. Lil Dump, a perfect example of TS, bro. Be fiending to tweak with a fan or somebody. I don't even know who the hell or fuck they talking about. You couldn't have picked a more booty dog shit example, bro. What? These gotta be young people, cause I don't know. He act like he missed a chromosome. Oh my goodness, who's supporting this man? Fake throat. He's an average Louisiana ninja, to be honest, bro. He definitely tweaking. Boy be on stage, twerking. Okay. Basically Broly. Don't know who that is. Arrested Development. I would say, yeah, they're lacking in their cognitive um, formation. Peace feels boring when you only know dysfunction. Facts. Modern day philosopher. They're willing to die over nothing. That's their only superpower. And take other people with them at that. Low IQ is a superpower. Now, most aren't willing to personally die, but they're willing to convince as many people around them that they are. It's the idea of people think that they tough and gets them going. Beefing over colors. There's that and a bunch of other dumb shit. and they have absolutely nothing to lose in life. That they don't. Peace feel born when you've only known dysfunction. They're gonna skip that part though. Vlad. Yep. One more. So good. The lack of respect or value of others is what people fear. They aren't tough. They're violently inconsiderate. I agree with that. I agree with that by, wholeheartedly.
Man, Dr. Keith said, in order to be a street dude, you have to really be dumb to be a street dude.
True.
Damn, I felt that. Because when you a young boy, right, and you looking at a lot of older street guys, you looking at what it is they getting in the immediate, and that's the only thing you really see. So you see that he get a lot of the neighborhood girls. You see that he hangs out with other dudes that are pretty much doing the same thing as him. But the older you get, you start paying attention. And it's like, man, all your friends are dead or in jail. You don't have any other skills. You're not that smart. And you will likely be put in a position very soon where you're going to have to tell on your day ones. And then you're going to go to jail, get out. And then when you get out, you probably going to have to do a bunch of dumb interviews.
That's true though when you talk about it, 'cause like if you in that type of group, you know, on the daily you got to worry about who's trying to delete you. One of your friends get deleted because for whatever reason they're always in some type of beef with somebody. I'm like, how does that not get old, or how does that not be fruitful to your well-being? Like, I don't see how these people or these types of people, live their lives. Like, why? What's the point? What do you get out of it? You don't really advance in life. So I was thinking about what you said about, all your friends are dead. Yeah, what's the point? It's like, me, I didn't grow up in that environment, so I wouldn't know. But even in just regular daily life stuff, life happens. If you're not getting deleted because of somebody else or just whatever the case is, you add this into the mix of now you got to worry about being shot or deleted from somewhere randomly, no matter if you're out in public or you're at home or you're out trying to enjoy, an event at the movie theater, like I say in public, if there's somebody's trying to delete you because of some stupid beef that you guys have.
Where you got to gaslight yourself into believing you haven't made any dumb decisions. You 100% have to be dumb to actually want to be a street dude. Wait. I'm not done. Because on top of that, I got to still talk like I love all of this. I love not being able to see my friends no more. I love that I'm on probation. I love that PO is a part of my vocabulary. I love that I'm in my 40s and 50s and I'm still talking about a block I ain't never bought. I love that me and the squad all told on each other. Nah, bro. Nah. Being a street dude is dumb.
You got to think about it, though, because like you say, no honor amongst thieves. That's pretty much what it is. Because it's going to come to a point where y'all could do something shiesty, something stupid. Somebody will get caught or either get caught up by, the rival, whomever, gang, ops, or what, I don't know, whatever you guys talk about these days. Get caught up, somebody gets deleted, that person or somebody else in your group goes to jail, and they get pressed by law enforcement, and law enforcement say, "Hey, would you give us this? Here's a soda and a hamburger." Then you get ratted out or snitched on by him to get a lesser charge, and all you guys go to prison, and then you gotta live with that. Somebody told on each other, and then when y'all each get out, you come back as a group. Then you gotta wonder who told on who, so you can't talk about it, or there's gonna be a beef amongst the group because the situation happened. And how did they find out this or find out that? So that's a terrible life to live in. Most people are scared to be by themselves, so they try to live vicariously through street dudes, actors, and rappers. Correct. I'm Gen X. Me too. And all the street dudes I know are dead or in jail. I know like people that I grew up with, they're in jail, for random things. But I don't think anyone that I know of was actually a street dude. It's just, just later on in life, things happen. This revelation is quantum physics. A lot of black people. The sun is hot. So we go at night, right? One of those type of dumb things. It's a self-esteem and confidence issue as well. The streets are so overrated. that's what I don't get. Like, it's cool seeing people grow up because I remember, when I was younger, you see all the gangsters, they got this, they got that. But we have parents that are responsible that keep you away from that stuff, and you realize that, you hear through them, oh, do you hear so and so got shot or this happened to him? That's what happens when you live that life. It made me not want to live that life. You're going to prison, can't be around your family, or getting deleted, and get deleted early too. That's crazy. Oh yeah, let me get this one. We need to start celebrating not going to jail. People be saying I went to jail like 10 times. It's a flex. Like even once it's a flex. Like why? What's so cool about going to jail? Go be trapped in the cage for however many days, years. For what? Come out and you have this record. You can't get a job that you want, so you work in the minimum wage. You can't really move out the hood. You can't move into the places you want. You can't earn certain things because everything's fucked up on it. And say if you do go to prison, you have children, you come out, now you automatically behind, I'll assume, on your child support. So now you got to catch up for that, and you're being held back even further. It just makes no sense to me. Read some more of these. 15, I realized there is no future in the streets, no benefits, no retirement. Joined the army and retired at 37 and a half. That's like me. I was 38 when I retired. I turned 39 3 months later. So, and I got all my benefits and I'm good to go. See, a lot of people don't look at stuff like that. They don't have no foresight. So yeah, that's one thing. Just like it's nothing good in the streets. People need to realize that shit.
I ain't worried about nobody individually. I'm worried about a group of motherfuckers with switches and Dracos and shit. And lots of these street dudes gotta realize no one ain't scared of them. No one ain't worried about them. We just worried that y'all ass group up together and try to do crazy ass shit when y'all off that shit. I was talking to my homie. We was watching the music video and shit. And the rappers had a whole bunch of pipes and shit. And I'm like, hey, be real, man. If we take all them pipes out the way, would you really be worried about them? He got to laughing. He be like, I ain't gonna cap. I ain't worried about them.
That's pretty much like he's saying, though. A group of dudes, they always got some type of illegal gun on them. If you take away their weapons, how hard are they really? If it's like two equal sizes groups, one group of 15, another group of 15. You take all their guns away. Equal terms. How much of a threat are they? Not really, right?
I'm like, the only reason you worry about it because they got that switch and multiple of them got that switch. Because let's be real, it's easy to act tough when you got a whole bunch of junkies with ski masks on and Dracos and switches and shit behind you. It's a reason why anytime someone get caught by their ops by themselves, they act like a whole different person. And
it's like that one theory. I don't know if you guys seen a video where the two dogs are barking on both sides of the fence. The fence is slowly opening. As the fence opens, they can move with the fence. And then open completely. Then they stop. Then they start walking on their merry way. That's pretty much what the same thing is here. They only hard when they're with a group of people. But if they by themselves individually, they ain't gonna do shit.
That goes for anybody. Damn near every video I see with someone getting caught lacking by themselves, they always not as tough as when they is with they people. Y'all gotta remember, lots of these gangsters is the same dudes that were scared to fight one-on-one in high school. They only was fighting when they had a whole bunch of motherfuckers behind them. And they still wasn't even trying to fight then. You could tell a motherfucker is scary because motherfuckers don't like to be alone. They put on this act, they gotta put off this image as they always tough and scary so they could keep motherfuckers from not fucking with them. And I see that shit a lot with lots of these motherfuckers. But I hope y'all gangsters know, nobody's scared of y'all individually. Motherfuckers be worried that you gonna get a whole bunch of other motherfuckers to try to fight your battle for you. And that's what motherfuckers don't be wanting to deal with.
That's facts, though. You gotta think about it. Cause like when you're out in public just doing your own thing, you see a group of dudes, they dress, I guess, similar to how he is. And some of them gonna have some type of drugs on them. All of them most likely have some type of weapon. And that's why people normally avoid it because, somebody's armed. But when you see them individually, they most likely won't be that, that much of a threat. Although they do, individuals may have a gun on them, but they're less likely to use it because they do want to take the charge by themselves and go to jail or have the risk of being deleted by someone else with a gun. But and one individual with a gun experiences them as a group, that one individual is probably going to back down because you don't know who's going to do something. And like you say, you see all these videos in the past where, they attack you as an entire pack, not individually. You know, whatever happened to the one-on-one, I'll fight you, you know. And the thing is, when you one-on-one, you fight, you knock that boy out, then everybody wants to join in. I'm like, why can't you just okay, I beat him down, I won, let it be that. But they can't do that. They always got to have some type of leg up. And that's the thing that people fear more about these groups, not you individually, but the weapons that you guys got and your inability to, one-on-one, mano-a-mano fight. You want to attack one individual as a pack. You know what I'm talking about. All the videos that prove it. So he's getting these comments. They got assault rifles and a whole drum just to beef with one dude. Exactly. And still don't hit the target. And that's what the switches are for. I'm like, what's the point? All it does is just throw a whole bunch of rounds downrange. You can't accurately fire it. It's just suppressive fire in a sense. You hit everything around but the person that you're aiming it at. And they think it's cool. Oh, I got to switch. You got to. It's the dumbest shit ever. Take the switch away, and for showing them why I could have spared with Mayweather when he was preparing for Madonna. Okay. Bro, they quiet by themselves. Young man, your wife's behind your ears. I'm definitely repost this. Facts. Literally, all you have to do is switch a fight between two street dudes one-on-one, and that proves it. All people have been saying for years. It's like I said, the dog theory. They bark, 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 and then you move the fence, they're not going to do shit. 9 times out of 10, they won't do nothing. Or you sit there, talk, 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 and they back up walking away. Nothing's going to happen. The only reason they run in the streets is because OG's letting them. That's the thing, though. What's the point of the streets, though? Like the previous, video. Being a street dude is stupid because it gets you nowhere. You're never going to own nothing. You're never going to have a good job. All you do is rob, steal, kill. It's got to be tiring. It's got to be old somehow, some way. But anyway, it's just pretty much the same shit going on. Just like people validating what he's saying. But that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace. Like the video. It's free.